where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And today we are reviewing the new Transformers crossovers, and this one's a crossover with Tonkanator. I'm not gonna lie, this one is incredibly silly. Arguably the silliest of the Transformer crossovers we've had in the most recent line of crossover figures. And I love it so much. It's silly doing a re-release of Devastator as a team of Autobots in Tonka truck branded color schemes, and I can't help but love it. When I saw this thing get announced, I was like, oh, that's kind of dumb. I'm gonna buy that. I'm totally gonna buy that. They got me. They know where I live. They know how to get to me. So here it is, another awesome box set. I love how they did a full box set, like the classic Devastator box set, plus the reissue box sets that they've done of Devastator. But again, this is not Devastator. This is Tonkanator. This is not the Constructicons. I don't know if anybody else has been doing it. I haven't really seen a whole lot of posts about other people saying it, but I just kind of took to calling them the Tonkabots. It just feels like that makes the most sense. I love how it's got that classic G1 artwork there on the back. It just feels right at home with your classic G1 toys, you know? Now, that said, if Hasbro were to hypothetically do the Tonka bots in the full-scale Combiner Wars mold, I would gladly spend around $200 on that. I'm just saying. I kind of feel like that's what they should have done instead of reissuing the G1 molds, personally, because not a lot of the crossovers have been reissues of G1 molds. I think the only other one so far was the J Balvintron Soundwave repaint. So I think that's it. Let's use modern molds, Hasbro. Let's use more modern molds. I'm really excited for the reissues of the Street Fighter figures. I am looking forward to those. Those look really cool. Those are also going to be a Target exclusive, a lot like this box set was. So there you go. All right, so pretty much done showing off the box. Let's get the Tonka bots out here, huh? So what's really cool is a lot like with G1 toys. They did come with sticker sheets. Now I've already applied the stickers, plus I think at least one bonus sticker, because for some reason, like on all of the artwork and stuff, Tonkanator has an Autobot logo on his chest, but they did not set aside a Autobot logo sticker for the chest piece. So luckily I had some from my good friends over at Toy Hacks, who I often buy various Transformer symbols and sometimes sticker upgrade sheets from, because Toy Hacks is amazing. So if you haven't checked out Toy Hacks, go check them out. They're really great for some really cool sticker upgrade sheets and symbols. I mean, that's where I get all my Shattered Glass Autobot and Decepticon symbols for whenever we get the Diaclone figures that double as Shattered Glass characters as well. That's usually what I use those for, personally. That's just me though. So anyway, there you go. If you need more symbols, they got you. All kinds of different Transformers symbols and insignias from all across the years of the Transformers universes. So we get all of their accessories. Each one comes with their blasters, just like the original Constructicons did, plus some of their missile firing pieces, like the double missiles that fire out of not Mixmaster, but Motor Mix. Yep, they all have their own new names, guys. It's not just again, another rebranding or just a reskinning. Well, I mean, it is pretty much a reskin, but yeah, these are the Tonka bots. Okay, so we're gonna go at these one at a time. I'm gonna start off with what was my favorite Constructicon. So the Constructicon counterpart to this guy is Hook, which the Tonkabot version is Skyhook. So here he is. He's a little crane there. Wheels work. You can play with the little hook there. As you can see, he's a little crane. I don't know why Hook was always my favorite of the Constructicons, but he was. There you go. You can rotate the little crane section. You can extend it. The crane articulates just like on the original Constructicon toy. The wheels do roll. Transformation is simple to robot mode. We're going to extend all the way apart, fold out the legs, push him back together, pull out his arms, and last but not least, we're going to raise his head. In robot mode, he doesn't have a whole lot more articulation. I mean, you got a little bit of knee articulation in the legs, some shoulder articulation. Head can go forward and back due to transformation. You can still articulate his hook and stuff, or his crane, but doesn't really do a whole lot for him in robot mode. And for comparison, here he is next to the original, the real deal, the Constructicon Hook. Still my favorite Constructicon of the original team. So you can see how they stand next together. And then we're going to set him aside. Next up, we're going to go with Mega Hauler, the Tonkabot counterpart to what was Long Haul. And he looks pretty great too. And again, I absolutely love just the big Tonka brands on the sides. Now, of course, this is the Tonka truck, right? Usually when I think Tonka truck, I always think of the dump truck. I don't know about you. What's a Tonka truck that always comes to your mind first when you guys think Tonka truck? Let me know in the comments. But this is always what I think of. I always think of the big metal dump truck, just playing in the sandbox with it, driving around making noises and filling it up with sand and dirt or shavings or whatever if you were playing with it at the playground or something, or rocks, and then just dumping it out. That's always what I thought of. Anyway, yeah, the dump truck, the dump part. I'm not a construction guy, so I don't know the technical term for this. But the dumpy part, it does articulate, but that's also mostly due to transformation because, as you can see, the wheels go up with it. The wheels do roll, and transformation is just like the original thing. Fold the legs back, pull the arms out, flip the hands out, bring the chest forward, fold this bit back, and flip the head up, and there you go. There's Mega Hauler. And he looks pretty good. And for comparison, here he is next to the original thing, Long Haul. Old G1 Long Haul. Sounded like I said hole. I meant to say haul. That's my bad. There we go. Next up, we are going to go with my second favorite one. Or did I already say the other one was my second favorite? I guess my next favorite. Now this one is Mega Dozer, the bulldozer. He's got Tonka right there in the middle of his scoop or trough, or I don't know. Again, I'm not a construction guy, so I don't know the technical terms to this. If someone is kind enough to comment it below, feel free to do so. I would appreciate it. Transformation for him is also very simple, because as far as like this kind of going, that's pretty much all you got for vehicle mode articulation. No wheels. The treads don't articulate either. So there we go. Let's do transformation. First, we're going to split the arms, bring this section up a little bit, bring this up, bring the legs down. There's these little bits on the end that pull out on both legs. You pull those out like so, and then fold those forward. Those are going to be his feet. Next, we're going to rotate the arms at a 90-degree angle, and then fold those elbows out. Fold those elbows out, and then we'll be able to bring the chest all the way up now. This piece is just going to sit on his back, and then fold the head up. And there you have Mega Dozer in his robot mode. Looks really, really awesome. Here he is next to the original Constructicon counterpart, Bone Crusher. That's right, Bone Crusher was a Constructicon originally, before he was that really cool vehicle that he was, I'm not sure what that vehicle's called, but before he was that really cool vehicle in the first Transformers live action movie. Next up, we've got Power Digger. He's got Tonka in 2 spots on both sides. Little Autobot symbol right here. His scoop does articulate. The arm articulates here and right here, so you can pick some sand and stuff up and drop it. Really cool. Transformation is pretty easy. Just bring this all the way up to here. Come to the arms, pull them out from the side, bring the legs down, rotate. We're not supposed to pull the feet off. There we go. Rotate the feet forward, and then flip up the head. And there we have Power Digger. And then here is his original Constructicon counterpart, Scavenger. Pretty neat. And next up, we've got Motor Mix. Just like not Motor Master, that's a Stunticon. Just like Mix Master, Motor Mix is the cement truck. The cylinder does rotate. The wheels spin. That's pretty much it for his truck mode. Transformation is way simpler than the rest. Pull the arms out a little bit, and then flip the front of the truck forward for the legs, and that's it. But Motor Mix also has its twin missiles that plug in right there at the top. And there you go, there is Motor Mix. And next to Motor Mix is Mix Master, the original Constructicon. See them side by side. And last but not least, I don't know if this one is considered the leader of the group, because in the original Constructicons, the leader was Scavenger. No, I always get their 2 names mixed up. Scavenger's the digger one. Scrapper. This is the Tonka truck counterpart to Scrapper. I don't know if this one's the leader by default. They haven't really given the individual Tonka bots bios. There's a little bit of a bio for Tonkanator himself. That's pretty brief. It's let's see. It just says function warrior. Enemies don't stand a chance when you're built to take on the toughest jobs. And then it just names them all, and then it says they form the mighty Tonkanator. And that's pretty much all you get. That's yeah, that's pretty much all the info you get about these characters. So I don't know if that means Motorload here is the leader of the Tonka bots by default because Scrapper was, or if it's one of the other Tonka bots. We don't know. We need more information, Hasbro, please, on the Tonka bots. I would like to know more, personally. But anyway, here is Motorload and his other kind of bulldozer mode, unless this is not also a bulldozer. I don't know. Again, not a construction guy, don't know the difference. Transformation for him is really simple. We're going to raise this up a little bit, fold the legs out. We don't really do anything with the arms. You can move them around or leave them right where they were, and then we grab the head, pull it up, and there is Motorload. Articulation in robot mode, you can move his arms up and down, bend his legs at the knee, and that's basically it. All right, now that we got all of our Tonka bots in robot mode, let's show off Tonkanator. So, transformation into Tonkanator is just like transforming the Constructicons into Devastator. We're going to start with the legs first. So that is Motorload and Motor Mix. Now, it is also worth mentioning because this is supposed to be a missile firing gimmick, at least it was with the original Constructicons and some of the reissues later on. None of the missile launcher bits have springs in them. There are no springs. The switch is still there to fire. All it really does, if you leave it in a place, is kind of somewhat help keep the missile in place. But other than that, it's just held in by friction. There is no springs in here, so there is no missile launching. Unless I just got a dud set that didn't make it past QC and it is supposed to have it. I don't know, but I can say for a fact that none of the missile launching bits in my Tonkanator actually have springs in them. So they still have the switches, the missiles, they just don't fire. So there we go. All right, so transformation for Motor Mix into leg mode. We're going to collapse the arms back there. We're going to fold the cab back where it was. And then we're going to extend the cab out, fold it forward like so. And that's one leg done, the left leg specifically. Next, we're going to take Motorload here. We're going to fold the legs back where they were, bring the arms all the way up, putting his hands in the air like he just don't care. And then we're going to push the head back down all the way in. What that's going to do is that's going to bring this little bit out here in between the scoop and the rest of the vehicle and keep it from going out too far so that the scoop sits out at a proper angle so that this is the right leg. Next, we're going to grab the waist piece. So this is where the legs connect, and then this piece connects into Mega Hauler. So before we do that, let's go ahead and transform Mega Hauler and attach that piece to him. So we're gonna bring the arms back forward like so, fold the fists in, and then push the arms in, fold the head back down. We're going to leave this bit dangling off the back because we got to leave this peg and this peg hole exposed to combine Skyhook to him. So bring the legs back all the way. And then we're going to take this bit facing this way. You're going to put it into between this thigh gap he's got going on. There we go. Here, nice click there. Now that that's nice and secure, we're going to take little road hauler here. This little bit's gonna go right here in between his legs, and then these two bits are gonna go right here above his knees. Come on. There we go. That's one leg done. Next leg, you're just gonna stick this bit right over here. It's just gonna click right on. And now we have the bottom half of, oh, almost done actually. The bottom half of Tonkanator, almost done. I almost forgot his waist piece here. This little tab is gonna plug right here for Tonkanator's crotch. Now the bottom half is done. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and do the arms. So here is the left arm of Tonkanator. So we're gonna take Killdozer's legs here, bring his feet back, push him in, make him T-pose, rotate his arms back, push his head back down, bring his legs back. We're pretty much putting him all the way back into his dozer mode. Flip him around. And he's just about done. We got to grab his arm, or his forearm. And his hand. So you can either put the left hand on, which clicks right here, and again, the forearms are supposed to be missile launchers because Devastator's able to fire his fists, or have swappable like drill bit hands, which I love the drill bit hand for Devastator. I'm just gonna go with the regular hand though for Tonkanator at this time. And it's not a super secure connection because again, there's no spring forcing the switch to stay in place so you can fire it. But I mean, it's pretty stable. It's not gonna, on mine, it's tight enough to where it's not just gonna fall out, which is nice. Then you're gonna take this peg here. The arms are not interchangeable. One has a peg hole and plugs directly on. The other one has a peg and pegs directly into the peg hole on Power Digger. I'm wanting to call them by their original Constructicon names. I'm doing my best not to. And there they go. There's one arm done. Take Power Digger, push his arms in, fold his head down, bring his scoop arm up, fold his feet back in, bring this connection out so that his arm connects to the shoulder. And then there's the peg. Take the forearm. The peg is just going to plug right into it, right there. Take the right hand, just plug it in. And there's the right arm all finished. Last but not least, we have the upper chest of Tonkanator. So we're going to take Skyhook here. We're going to push his arms in, push his head down, split him apart again, fold his feet up, and then we're going to rotate the front and back half in on each other, like so. And then we're going to take this peg over here, we're going to rotate around, little square peg, rotate that around. We're going to take the headpiece, and we're going to, right in the middle, bring this to the back. This is going to fit right onto the back of sky hook there. We're going to take these 2 pegs and line them up with these other 2 pegs. And then we're just going to, I just took his crotch off and his leg. I have to put that back on in a second. Push that down so it's nice and tight. And then put his stuff back on. There we go. Come on. Hey. Quit it. There we go. Now for the arms. So this little rectangular peg is going to slot in right here on this side. There we go. That's one arm on. And then the square peg is going to peg right into Mega Dozer there. Now his parts are all on. Last but not least, we have the chest piece. It's going to peg right here. This little tab is going to fit right on the lip there. So it looks relatively straight. And there is Tonkanator. And he looks really awesome. He looks really awesome. I dig the yellow and gray look of Tonkanator. Because I know there was some confusion out there when they saw his color scheme, and some people just thought it was a reissue of G2 Devastator, because G2 Devastator is yellow instead of green, but he's yellow and purple instead of green and purple, not yellow and gray. Or orange and purple. There's also the orange and purple version, but I think the more prominent, more popular version of G2 Devastator that sticks out to fans is probably the yellow and purple. At least it does for me. I don't know. I guess I can't speak for absolutely everybody else on that, but that's just me. You also have his blaster rifle for when he's in Tonkanator mode, just like Devastator did. Just stick that in his hand there, or either hand if you want, but with his right hand there. We also have the head blaster that just plugs right into the side of the head there, if you want to have that from the original toy. Which, I mean, it's all right. I've never been a fan of the Devastator cheek gun personally. I've always thought it looked kind of silly and out of place, which I think the animation studio did too, considering they never once used it in the original cartoon. So I just like to leave it off because I think it just looks a little too silly. I've never liked it personally as a design choice, so I like to leave it off. Articulation in Tonkanator mode, you get a full 360 with his right arm there. It's a little tight, but you do have elbow articulation, wrist swivel articulation, full 360 with the left arm as well, same bit. Elbow articulation, not as far with the elbow because of the legs on Mega Dozer there. Wrist articulation, nothing at the waist and nothing at the legs. Pretty much all of his articulation is in the arms. Head can go forward and back. You can still play with the crane and some of the other construction bits that are just like articulated and kind of hanging off to the side, but that's pretty much it. And for comparison, here he is next to the original, and still the best, Devastator. And they look awesome side by side. Really, really cool counterparts, really cool. Oh, his crotch fell off. Hang on. Really cool antitheses. Antitheses? That's a word, right? To each other. And yeah, it's just so neat, you know, seeing an original Autobot team inspired by Devastator also. Now, my preference is still, of course, Devastator. Devastator is my absolute favorite combiner of Transformers. He's the OG, he's the most powerful, he's awesome, he's brutal. Nothing can stand up against Devastator. But this is still really, really cool. This is still an awesome set. I definitely recommend picking it up. $100 at your local Target. I mean, it's a little bit more than $100, but roughly $100 at your local Target. It should be on shelves right now. So if you can, definitely go pick this guy up. He's pretty cool. Guys, what do you think about the Tonka bots overall? Was this another really cool crossover that you were looking forward to getting, or was it just a little too on the silly side for you and you skipped this one? Let us know in the comments what you think about Tonkanator, and would you like to see Hasbro do a full-scale Combiner Wars repaint of Tonkanator in the future? I kind of would. I think that would be neat personally, but if they don't, well, I'm at least satisfied with this version myself. Stay tuned for more awesome Bay 12 content. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and check out our Bay 12 live sales that we do on our Facebook page. And check out our new storefront as well. It's in the shops at Willow Bend in Plano, Texas. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.